Well, hello. I hope everyone is having a great day and thank you for tuning in. First off, I'd like to say welcome, 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 and thank you for giving me an opportunity and a chance to be a part of your day. Um, like I've mentioned before, I wanted to bring you a little bit about the cards that I'm using because they're every deck is different and every deck has a story to tell. Although a lot of the meanings of the cards sometimes are similar, it doesn't mean that they're exactly the same. And for every reader, they're very different. But in my readings, or what I've been using, are called the Babylonian Tarot by Sandra Tabitha Cicero. And please forgive me if I'm chopping up words and names because I don't know how to say some of these things. But we'll start off with the first card. And my first card that I have out here is a real representation of how I'm kind of feeling at the moment, putting all of this out there for you guys. And it's been a personal journey and a battle for me to be brave enough to do this. And so, without further ado, I'd like for you to take a great look at this card in front of us. And here's the story behind it. So, this card is called Genesis. This is the trump card and it has no number given to it. This is because this card is meant to portray a time and space beyond words and numbers, before the concept of zero was even contemplated. It is meant to represent the birth of the universe, before the gods even existed, and even lost in the primordial mist prior to the concept of time. And according to the Babylonian legend, the Apsu, or the primeval sweet freshwater sea, symbolized by an abstract concept of the male deity, which is on top, existed before anything else. Next was Tiamat, which is the chaos dragon, or saltwater sea. Within the Apsu, the heaven and the earth was formed. This card reflects the beginning of all beginnings, a portion of Babylonian cosmology that has been memorialized in the Hebrew book of Genesis. A few of you may be familiar with this. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Well, in the Babylonian epic of creation, known as the Enuma Elish, went on high, and forgive me if I'm saying it all wrong, please forgive me, describes the event this way. When in the height heaven was not named, and the earth beneath did not yet bear a name. And the primeval Apsu, who begat them, and Chaos, Tiamat, the mother of them both, their waters were mingled together, and no field was formed, no marsh was to be seen, and when of the gods none had been called into being, and none bore a name, and no destinies were ordained. Then were created the gods in the midst of heaven. So this card shows the birth of the universe and the beginning of everything. The head of an ancient deity appears against the backdrop of the storm-filled sky. The sea beneath has been whipped into a fury, and a fetus appears in the middle of turbulent waves as the first gods were born. So this is everything coming into existence. It's just happening. Everything is being orchestrated to create. And so the meaning of this card, what the book states, is this is the absolute beginning, the starting point from where it all comes from, a new beginning and a completely new outlook or phase in life. In the upright, when it is reversed, this card is telling you that you need to start completely over again. Erase everything you did, just take it off the board and start again. And this also tells me that there's a fear of starting over and that you're kind of stuck in your old ways and your old ways of thinking, kind of like stuck in a rut, like this is the way that I've been doing it, but I'm expecting something different, but it's not happening. That's because you need to change the energy. And so a lot of times in readings, I use this card to kind of, when this comes out for me, it's like a huge eye opener. And so depending on the cards that are surrounding it, I always look to see, is this telling me that they're being birthed with a new way of life or being birthed with new life? So depending on what I'm doing, the personal readings, how it falls, is how I use it to describe what I see the energy going on. And if you notice, the colors are just really beautiful. And you see that red, because sometimes it takes a little bit of that anger and that chaos to just give us that push to just, you know what, say it's time for a change. And this makes me think a lot about fear and faith. And so faith to me would be in the upright, because we have choices in life. You have a choice. You always have a choice. Don't ever think you don't, because even choosing not to choose is a choice. And this is my opinion, of course, you know. So when you're in the upright, I feel that you have the faith to know that all things are coming together for you, and it's coming together for you to be pushed to the next level. When I see it in the reverse, I take it as you have the fear of the unknown. But both faith and fear both come from the unknown. So it is your choice to decide to live in faith or to decide to live in fear. And again, that's just my philosophy. That's just the way I kind of look at things. But this card it resonates with me today a lot. I hope it resonates with you too. And please feel free to let me know if you see something or you get a message from this card. And hopefully I'll get a chance to talk with you again. Thank you. Have a great day.